Less than a week to go before the much-anticipated BRICS Summit. The National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure, that's NATJoints, will today give an update on the safety and security plans ahead of that gathering.
Yeah, South Africa will host the BRICS nations. That's Brazil, Russia, India and China in Johannesburg from Tuesday to next Thursday. At the same time, Deputy Trade and Industry Minister Fikile Majola will host an industry seminar in Durban. That's where we find our reporter, Karinda Jagmohan, who is watching these developments, at least around the seminar in Durban itself, and she joins us now live. Karinda, any telling at this early stage what the seminar entails?
Indeed, well, as we hear in one of the hotels in Durban, around us are a number of South African-owned businesses, small businesses, larger enterprises that have set up their various stalls to speak to investors, and those are the conversations happening around me. Among them is one Phumzile Zama. Her sister Nolwazi Zama is here taking photographs of this interview, because Phumzile, you have the small business and you're here waiting for international investors. Tell us about why it's important to get an international customer base for your company, Polka.Coco.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Phumzile Zama. Thank you for having us. As a small business, I think it is so vital, because we work with avenues like TIKZN, which are the ones that go and get investors for us overseas, so that we're able to have our businesses and thrive. So I think this is very important. We're so looking forward to BRICS being here in KZN.
You know, I'd like you to talk about some of the concerns you might have as a small business owner when you're speaking to an international investor. You know, they might be concerned about some of the issues here in South Africa. We know about too well, load shedding among those. So what are your concerns when it comes to business investment?
For us, I think it is, as you mentioned, load shedding is one of them. Getting our food to the international market is another big issue. So the more we get investors to come to our shores, the better for us as small businesses.
And just lastly, you've managed to overcome some of these issues because you're a sustainable business as well. Talk to me about some of those, and especially the labels that you made out of paper. Tell me about this.
Okay, so what we did, this is so exciting for us. So this started after the floods we had last year. They were so not so great. So what we did was we went to our local primary school, and then we asked them to give us their old school exam papers, because usually you find them lying around. And so we collect those papers, and then we make our own packaging instead of buying packaging. So we make that, and then we for our beautiful earrings, and then at the back you'll see the seeds. So you can still plant this packaging, so we know that it goes back to the soil, and then there's herbs here that you can eat afterwards. So yes, it is part of what we do. Even the leather that we collect leather from different designers throughout the country, and they give us the leather, and then we're able to incorporate that to our accessories, like whether it's earrings or the bow ties that we have this side.
Thank you, Phumzile Zama and her sister Nolwazi from Polka.Coco. Business innovation is what it is about here, and so the same innovation you're seeing about sustainability, from packaging made out of recyclable material that also has seeds you can replant, is something that she will be taking to the investors that are coming from the BRICS countries to stand before her store like I am now, and within these conversations hoping that perhaps that investor can actually look at these products, the way it's created, the innovations behind it, and further invest their money to boost this small business that's here. But in the same way, there are many such stalls across this hotel here where a similar conversation is happening. So that's the idea of the BRICS seminar here in KZN. Tomorrow, some of the international guests from the BRICS countries will be taken on a tour of Durban. But there are concerns, specifically here in Durban. We know there are various issues from load shedding to issues about water as well, just in terms of some areas not having sufficient access to water. So these various service delivery issues would impact on what investors are seeing, but what the KZN government hopes is that small business owners like Phumzile Zama will be the ones to benefit the most. And so over the course of the day, we'll bring you more stories like Phumzile's, and we'll maybe tell you about what investors have to say as they come and prepare for the main BRICS Summit next week.
And we look forward to that coverage. For now, Karinda Jagmohan, live to us there from Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. Thanks very much indeed.